Hey guys, Jonah here, back with another beer review, and it's a good one today. Well, I hope it's a good one anyway. It's a Swedish brewery. It took me a while to find actually, because I'm not sure when I actually got this beer, but it is Doogie's, and it is a single hopped hazy pale, and it's a Citra. Does it say up there? Howling at the Moon. It says, where does it say the single hop? There it is, very small writing over there. I don't know if you can read that. There you go. Citra single hopped pale ale. We are Doogies. We love beer. This is a pale ale. Shambone mofo. 4%. Like I say, it is from Sweden. I'm from Sweden. Brewed and canned at Doogie's Lantvalla Bryggeri. It's a vegan friendly one, just like me. Everyone knows I'm friends with the vegans. We've got hops, we've got yeast, we've got oats, we've got we've got wheat. My goodness me, lots of good stuff there. Interestingly, we read this. It says imported to the UK by Cask International in Tunbridge, TN11. Now, Tunbridge, there are more than one Tunbridge, but TN is Tonbridge because there's Tunbridge Wells as well, but it's in Kent. So this was imported into the UK in Kent, which is pretty cool. So there he is, Doogie's Citra Pale. And it says on Beer 52, because I'm reading it, Citra, single hoppiness, grapefruit, lime, tropical fruits on a smooth session strength with wheat, oats, and barley. And it's Citra Spectrum if you want the actual variety of Citra that it's got. This is going to be interesting. I really like drinking single hopped beers. They don't have to be smash beers, single hop, single malt, but single hop because, yeah, I used to be a real malt fan. I'm coming into hops now. The last few years, I've been getting into my hops. Um, and a single hop beer is a really good way of doing that. But weirdly, single hops, and especially something like Citra, because it's the most commonly grown hop in the whole wide world. But yeah, a Citra hop in Oregon, for example, is different to one grown in New York. And it's also different to one grown in South America. And Germany have a Citra hop program, a growing program. And some people grow Citra in the UK as well. So it's really interesting that the terroir, if you excuse me using a wine term, can make such a difference to the hops. And obviously, what you feed the hops, if you're giving it, fertilizers and all the kind of fake stuff, that does help. Don't get me wrong, the macronutrients and stuff, but it should be all soil based. I don't think that many people grow hydro hops, if that makes sense. I.e., growing them in kind of weird systems that drag their roots into a sort of a liquid. Yeah, most people just grow hops in the ground, but it won't be long before people do that kind of tomfoolery. We'll see what happens then. My God, it's going to be amazing. I do actually like the kind of psychedelic look of the can with the sort of swirly wave type patterns. Not 100% sure. Originally, I thought, is that an S for Sweden or something? And it might well be, but don't know. Don't know. Right. Let's open this bad boy. It has been in the fridge, so just be aware of that. I don't know if you can hear that, dear viewer, but someone's knocking on the wall. My neighbour has decided to do some redecoration, so Yeah, really interesting. Here we go. Here is the tulip. And my God, this is a hazy bad boy. So it makes a proper difference to the IPA from yesterday. This is proper clouds. There is no way you can see me through there. Just under a finger's head, a shade under, a fingernail under. But look at that, lovely fluffy clouds. Not so much carbonation in this bad boy, which is interesting considering it's a slightly older beer in the can. Still within date, January 25. So got a couple of months left on that bad boy. But I have had beers explode previously. There we go. Another weird picture for the front of the video. I know yesterday, dear viewer, I was moving things around to get to the perfect shot, and I thought, dude, this is literally just for the front of the video. I don't really use it. I use it on my socials. So if you're a friend on Facebook or if you're on Untapped, I do use those pictures for those as well. But yeah, I don't hang them on the wall or anything. Maybe I should start. Wow, really lovely, tropically kind of things going on there. It's going to be interesting to see because Citra for me is all about the kind of grassy notes. Um, but this has got the creamy things, so it's got oats and wheat in there. Is that going to pervert the flavour of Citra? Oh, we don't know. But yeah, tropical fruit on the nose. They said, what was it? They said lime, grapefruit, and lime. Don't know about that. Well, maybe citrus. I'll give it that. Maybe citrus. Ironically, I'm not getting the kind of grassy green hedgerow thing that I usually get from Citra, but this is Spectrum Citra. Don't forget. So might be a bit different to the normal Citra. Cheers and beers, dear viewer. Do all the normal things that you would with a video on YouTube. So click like, subscribe, all that kind of jazz. If you're looking at in the future and I've somehow died or got hit by a bus, this is Unclejona. I'm coming back to haunt you. Cheers and beers. Oh, first thing to say, lovely, creamy. Oh, just beautiful kind of. It is the modern style, dear viewer. It is. I know I wax lyrical about it, and sometimes I have a front because all the beers taste the same, which is what happened back in the 70s with lagers and stuff. But I do like a nice pale ale, and this is a nice pale ale. Um, it's weird because I'm not getting the normal kind of stuff that I would be getting from Citra. I am getting the tropicalness, really, really nice. I am getting that kind of lime, that kaffir lime, goddamn kefir. Um, that was from Lethal Weapon, if you didn't know. Um, grapefruit, not so much. This is all nice. This is like a tropical fruit juice. What I'm not getting though is the green grass, the grass cuttings, the hedgerow, that kind of stuff that I would usually get from Citra. So it's either the fact that this is Spectrum, which I believe is grown in Germany, I think, Bauhaus. I do the Spectrum, I think. Um, but what it also might be is the thiols coming from Citra interacting with the different kind of malts, the precursors in there, especially the oats and wheat, and coming up with a different expression. Um, really interesting. If I didn't know, I would say that this was Mosaic. I would not say that this was Citra hop. It's weird how things work, isn't it, dear viewer? Aha. Now, that's interesting. So as I worked my way down the glass, I'm still getting that creaminess, but I am picking up the kind of greenery now. I'm still getting tropical fruit, don't get me wrong, but I'm definitely getting more hedgerow, some more greenness. So perhaps, I've said this before and I will say it probably again, is that as you drink down the glass, your heavier particulates tend to fall down to the bottom. So even things like proteins and that type of stuff in beers do settle out to some degree. There aren't any kind of floaty bits in here today, which is a good thing because Jesus, earlier on in the week I had that one from where was it, Fierce Beer or whatever. My God, that was difficult to drink. The last, I think I even left it. I didn't drink the last bit on camera, and I left a good amount left in the glass. And yeah, as an honorary Scotsman, I don't like wasting things, and I had to pour it down the sink, and that pissed me off to some degree. Tell you something else I've noticed. Look at that absolute fat line there. Obviously, we started up here somewhere, and that's the top line that's kind of, it will merge with this one eventually if I leave it long enough. But look at that. That's like an absolute cloud. Is it time to look at some foam watch? Oh, there's some sort of weird sort of thing sticking his bum out and with his weird nose and his clawed hand. Can you see that chap there? My God. Sometimes looking at foam watch scares me. And there's some sort of weird demon shaped things. Dear viewer, it says more about me than it does about you. But I'm also that chap who lies down on the grass and looks at the clouds for ages, usually after I've had a few beers. Wow, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous kind of foam sticking to the glass. That thing looks like Dr. Seuss. Do you know what I mean? Some weird character from Dr. Seuss with some crazy name. Might even be called Doogie. Apparently, that's the chap's name who owns the brewery. His name's Doug, or Doog, or however you say it in Swedish. I'm from Sweden. That is a really, really nice beer, actually. I do like that. 4%, yeah, it's kind of on the lawnmower side of things, but the flavours are really good. Unfortunately, it doesn't really, in my mind, tell me much about Citra. But maybe it does tell me how Citra interacts within a hazy pale ale. And when we think about it like that, that's actually a really good experiment to have. This has been your loving Uncle Jonah, drinking beers so you don't have to, purely for your entertainment. Take care of yourselves. Please take care of each other. And I'll be back with another one of these amazing beer reviews. That's coming up real soon.